Hi guys, welcome back to Jungle Flowers Canada. My name is Grania and thanks for joining me. Well guys, Happy New Year. It's finally 2021 and hopefully we can put the bad part of 2020 behind us. Some time, but there have been many positives of 2020 for me. The first, of course, I would have to say is the birth of my grandson, which was incredible. And thankfully he was born in February, so I was actually able to be present at his birth, which was incredible. I got to see my brave, beautiful daughter, who had a very difficult birth, plow through, plow through is probably not the right word. Doesn't create a very good image in your mind, does it? But anyway, she was very brave and very strong, and she delivered the most beautiful baby to me in the world. Of course, he's the most beautiful baby in the world because he's my grandson. Then I started my YouTube channel. So I have mentioned before that plants have been my savior, and they have 100%. Plants have saved me. I say to my husband, I would say probably every day, if not every other day, that if I didn't have my plants to get up to in the morning, I wouldn't get out of bed. They've given me something to nurture again, and the joy that they have brought me is phenomenal. Also, I have got to meet some beautiful people. I made friends with some amazing plant people, and I'm so grateful that I have my channel, because that's just an added incentive for me. Okay, let's get up, let's do a video. So all in all, my plant experience has been so positive. So guys, what's my video going to be about today? Well, I have been doing a lot of deliberating. I, like most of you, have got caught up in the aroid bug, the anthuriums, the philodendrons, the alocasias, the monsteras. We've all got caught up in it, and I'm no different from the rest of you. So I was lying in bed the last couple of nights thinking about it, and then I started thinking about what's going to happen when these plants get really big. Where am I going to put them all? And I love plants so much that there's no way I can just get rid of plants. I need to plan for the future. Sorry, my husband is in and out of the garage. I need to plan for the future. Now, I do have an outstanding order coming from Thailand that I didn't get last year. And in that there was a Florida ghost. I actually have it written down. Let me get my piece of paper. Okay, so I have a Florida ghost. I have a philodendron gigas. I have a philodendron subfastatum. I can never say this one. Subfastatum. A philodendron subfastatum. I have a Spathiphyllum wallisii variegated, and then I do have some Hoyas coming that were outstanding to me. So, along with these plants that are coming in, I have a couple of philodendron, and I have a couple of anthurium and alocasia presently in my home. Now, I did a little research on how big some plants get, and I didn't do them all because there's just way too many of them, but just to give you a little indication. So the alocasia frydek, the leaves can grow up to 18 inches long. Now, I have no issue with that because I adore their leaves. But anyway, so that's going to get fairly big. Not as big as some of the philodendron, but that's going to get a nice size. My beautiful Dieffenbachia that I have here in the window has the potential to reach 10 feet. And the leaves have the potential to be 20 inches long. The Thai constellation, well, we know how big they can get. So they have the potential to get up to 6 to 9 feet with a leaf span of up to 3 feet. The Birkin, which I love, everyone knows I love the Birkin, can grow up to 3 feet. The Peru can grow up to 8 feet, but that will be a climbing one. So that's, I don't really have much issues with that. And basically, we know, guys, some of these plants can get absolutely humongous. So what I'm going to try and do is I'm going to try to not order any more aroids until I can figure out where I can put these plants. I'm also limited in where I can put them because of light. So I do have space. Like, I have a lovely big hall, which is like so dark, nothing will grow in it. It would be ideal if it was bright. I could put some beautiful big plants in there, especially at as my stairs turns. That would be just a magnificent area for it. But it's so dark that that's not going to work unless I put grow lights in, which might be something I'll have to try and consider, but I just don't know how I would do it, to be honest with you. My dining room, again, my old dining room, I keep forgetting. So my den, although it has a south-facing window, it's a weird one because there's a house beside me, so it just kind of blocks some of the light. My kitchen is pretty well, you know, packed to capacity now. I can't get any more plants in there. And my family room at the back is dark. So I do have quite a lot of plants there. I get a little bit of light in from my patio door, but I have to be selective in what I put there. I have some plants in my bedroom and my bathroom, but you know, I have to think about this now. I really need to give this some proper thought and decide what's going to happen when these babies get big. Now I know I can trim them, and you can cut the top off them, and you can propagate them, and maybe you can trade them or whatever. But even cutting off the top, the plant is still going to mature at the base, so we're still going to have big leaves. They're still going to require space, and I don't want it to be a situation where my plants take over my furniture. So basically, you come into my house and you know you can't enjoy any of the rooms other than the plants, and of course the plants are beautiful, but I still want my rooms to be, you know, somewhat aesthetically pleasing. Okay guys, so I'm going to just take this opportunity to show you some of the aroids that I acquired this year. It's not all of them, but I just want to show you how small some of them are and how adorable they are. I'm not sure if I showed you all of these before. I think I may not have showed, I think we may have touched on them in videos, but I wanted to show you what I picked up this year. Now I do have obviously more. I have a clarinervum here, I have a Frydek here, I have a painted lady philodendron, I have some syngoniums, which they get quite big too. I have a different Bacchia. I have the Alocasia Maharani. And of course I have my Thai constellation. And then I have a number of large plants out in my greenhouse, which aren't large yet, but have the potential to get very large. So I just thought I would show you a couple of the little cuttings that I have here that have the potential to get huge. And I actually am surprised I acquired so many of them this year. I'm actually quite pleased with myself because a lot of them I acquired through trade. So I'm actually excited that I didn't have to hand out a lot of money for them. So let me show you. I'm going to start off with actually the tiniest little one, and I'm so excited about this. So this was basically a wet stick that I got, guys, and it's the philodendron mame, and there is one leaf, and if you can see there, I hope it's not blurry, there is a second leaf coming. How adorable is this? Now I keep this cloche in my IKEA greenhouse, and it's just doing tremendously. I got this in a trade from Lucia from Lulu's Leaves, and it's my first time ever to grow from a wet stick, and I just think it's adorable. I mean, look at how tiny. Can you imagine how big this is eventually going to be? Well, let's hope so. Let's hope I don't kill it in the meantime. And then I have another tiny one, which, like, this actually, I laughed actually, guys. So I did a trade for this, and of course when they're photographed they don't look that small, so I actually laughed when I saw the size of it. I thought, oh my god, that is so tiny. But here we have an Anthurium magnificum. Can you see it? I mean, literally, guys, the leaves aren't even as large as a quarter. What's happened? My light there, my light went down. But it's so cute. My light, what has happened to my light? It was okay there for a minute. Oh, here, it's picking up again. I just think it's adorable. And I can't wait until this grows. Like, this is going to get huge. But I kind of do love it like this. As much as I'm excited for it to get bigger, I just think that's, sorry, I know I've said it already. I think it's adorable. Okay, next I showed you this actually just recently in my top 10. I have my silver dragon, which is magnificent, and this will get to be very big. Then I have my silver sword, which I got in a trade with Cheryl, and I am so excited to get that. It's doing really well. She said it was a tiny cutting, and it was in my greenhouse, so it's actually wet from the humidifier. But I don't know if the cameras do the color justice, but it's so silvery. It's beautiful. Philodendron, big, Okay, maybe not as big as some of the others, but it's going to get big. I have another mame. Again, I got this in a trade, and there's new leaves coming up on that. So that's going to get big. My plan will be to keep one of these in my greenhouse and one in the house. So excited. Grania has a problem letting plants go, guys. That's, you know, I have multiples of lots of plants, and I can't let them go. I get so attached to them, it's crazy. I also have a Brantianum, which I got in a trade with Lady Paula, which is this is a new leaf that just came out, and there is another new shoot here. I love this plant. Now, it was obviously only a one leaf cutting, but I'm excited for this to grow. I just think it's fabulous. And there's the new leaf, and there's another one coming. That one won't be as big as some of the others, but I just had to show you. Then I have my Crystallinum cross Forgetii. Now this has taken quite a beating, guys. I'm a little concerned about it. It had 3 leaves when it arrived, and it lost 2 of the leaves, and this was a new leaf that had just come out, I guess, before it was shipped. So the other 2 leaves fell off, and then I repotted it into this well-draining soil. I had it in my IKEA greenhouse. I actually have it back in there now, but I've moved the fan so it's not as strong. But I think the fan damaged it. I could be wrong, but I think the fan damaged it. Then I put it down under my grow tent, and I left it there for a couple of weeks. And I notice it's crisping up because I have the Mars Hydro grow light down there now, and I think it might have just been a little too strong for it. So I brought it back up to my IKEA greenhouse. I can't see any growth on it yet, guys. I know that the roots were lovely, and there might be something. There's just a tiny bit of swelling coming there. Actually, I think there might be a new leaf coming. I don't know if you can see it. Just like this tiny little bit of, see this little bump here? So I think actually that might be a new leaf coming. But this is going to get big, right? It's a Crystallinum Forgetii. So, and it's so pretty. Oh my God, the leaf is beautiful on this. So that's another baby that's going to get big. And then I went to Kim's Nature. This is an Anthurium clarinervum. And of course I had to have 2. Why wouldn't a girl need 2? Anyway, it was limit of 2. I looked at it, so I bought this one as well. And I was so excited about them, and I'm like, I really don't need 2. But where am I ever going to get the opportunity again to buy another one? So I was thinking greenhouse, house. So I succumbed and I bought 2. I actually bought some beautiful Hoyas there as well. So I am going to do a Hoya video very soon. But anyway, I keep this in my IKEA greenhouse. It was actually bone dry when I took it out. I kind of got a bit of a shock. You can see one of the leaves there is browning, but I'll just leave it there because it is giving some valuable energy to the plant. And here is a new little baby plant. So this is very healthy, very beautiful. I love when Kim's Nature gets these plants in because it just makes it more affordable for us, right? Isn't it funny how the stores are always cheaper than private sellers? But I guess the thing is we have to wait for them to come into Kim's. So if you're impatient and you have to have a plant now, well then you're not going to wait until hoping that Kim's will get them in again. So I just want to show you like how fooled we can be. We get these teensy weensy little leaves and they're so cute, and we forget that they're going to be massive. And then what are we going to do? We're going to have a dilemma. So I'm going to do my best. I can't promise. I would like to say I promise, I swear not to buy any more anthuriums, philodendrons or alocasia for 2021. Not going to happen. Can't promise that, but I'm going to try. I will continue to get Hoyas because I love Hoyas, and there's a couple of Hoyas that are on my wish list that I would like to pick up, and I will more than likely import them. It can be risky because they don't always survive. It's very hard for us to get our hands on Hoyas here. I follow the cutest YouTuber. Is her name? So the YouTube channel is Gillian's Plant Corner, and her name starts with J also. Joan. Joan. So her name is Joan. She's adorable, but she has a Hoya plant collection to die for, literally to die for. But she gets a lot of these in the States. We can't get them. We cannot get our hands on them. It's so frustrating here. You know, I don't know why there's such a difference between what's available in the States to Canada. You know, it's like it's a land border. I know with COVID things are obviously different, but they just seem to be able to get their hands on beautiful plants at very reasonable prices and an amazing selection. But anyway, that's the luck of the draw, right? It's very hard for us to get them here. So that's why I am more inclined to import my Hoyas than I am to try and find them here, because to find something that rare that I'm looking for here costs a fortune. So I will do a video when I am doing my next Hoya import, and I will share that with you. Guys, this video is a little bit all over the place. I hope you enjoyed it. If you wouldn't mind giving me a thumbs up, I would so appreciate it. If you could subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, that would be so helpful. If you could put the famous green heart in the comments to let me know that you watched till the end, that would be amazing. And I want to wish you all the very best love and happiness and health for 2021. Let's take this year as another journey. You take care, guys, and thank you for joining me.